Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl again, Anotando Molosi. I'm back again. I'm here to talk about saving tips. Guys, let me tell you a story before I get to the video of today. So your girl did a video, I think a week ago. I was wearing that greenish dress. I think I uploaded the intro clip that I did just to check how the video was going to be. And then after that intro, I did the full video on the saving tips. And guess what? While I was still about to upload that video, it got deleted. Technology, guys. But okay, let's get to it. Now I'm here. I'm just glad that it was a video about money. I didn't have to be, it was not one of those things where I have to be in the moment, or it's something that is placed in my heart and on that specific day that maybe I won't say it in the same energy that I said it. So when we talk about money, your girl can talk about money at any given time, at any given day. I just love money, guys, and it loves me too. Hey, yeah. So okay, I want to talk about saving tips on how to save money. I think, as I mentioned on my intro video clip on the other day, that the first three things that I want to talk about before I even get to the actual tips that I want to share with you guys that have helped me. Bear in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. I didn't do finance or anything, but I self-educated myself on financial literacy. So hence I know about this, and I know some of the things that have helped me. So hence I want to share with you guys. And then if you have more tips than what I'm going to share, something that assisted you also in terms of saving, please do share with us. Leave that in the comments below so that we can all learn from each other and grow from that. So I might have few tips and you might have something that has helped you. So please do share with us, and then we can all learn, and some viewers as well, they might learn from that. So the first thing that I want to say before I get to the tips is that if you start working, you must start saving on your first salary, guys. You must not say now, no, I'm gonna start saving in the second month, I'm gonna start saving whenever. No, you should start saving on your first salary, because you know what happens is once you start doing that, you get used to money. So if you don't save on your first salary, you'll get used to it, and then now you will keep postponing, and most times it happens, guys. It's not easy to save. So if you save on the first month, that means and you keep getting disciplined, and then you save every month the same amount. At least you'll get used to that. You'll get used to the fact that that money is not part of your money that you can use on your monthly expenses, and then in that way you can be able to save. But if you have started working already and you haven't been saving, it's not too late. This thing is a habit that you can learn, so you can still start saving, and then you will be able to do that. Which links to the second thing that I want to say, that when you want to save, you must be disciplined, guys, because it goes together with discipline. If you're not disciplined, something will come up, something that is not even urgent, something that is not even so important, and then it will come up. And guess what? You have money that you're saving, and then you'll end up using your savings, or you will end up taking that money that you are supposed to save and use it elsewhere with something that could have waited, at least 3 months, and then you can be able to buy that certain thing or go to that vacation for that matter. But just because you're not disciplined, then you end up using your money, and at the end you regret it. Okay. And then the third thing that I want to say is, it is so nice, or it is advisable, to start saving at the beginning of the year. I know January is difficult, guys. Believe me, I do. But when you start saving at the beginning of the year, it helps you to maintain that discipline. Because if you don't save in January, because we all know that what happens in December, and then in January we pay, normally some of us are getting paid in December like earlier than the normal payment date. And then now we go out, it's a vacation time, we go out, we go to Eastern Cape, we go to KZN, wherever our families are. And then now in January we suffer because it seems like the month end is very far, because the gap between your last salary and the next salary, it's very huge. And then what happens is you struggle. Maybe some people even borrow money and all that, but January is such a difficult month. And then you don't save in January. You just postpone and say, I will pay in Feb. And guess what? Feb comes and then you'll be like, I'm still recovering from January. That's what we see, guys. We all get to that point at some time. I'm still recovering from January, and then you keep postponing, and then there will be March, there will be something else. So hence I said discipline is so important. So if you start at the beginning of the month, at least you have that momentum. But yeah, those are the 3 things that I wanted to say, that you must have discipline. 2, if you start working, it's so advisable that you start saving from your first salary, so that you get used to the amount of money that is going out of your salary, and then you don't get used to spending so much money. And then now, your expenses you get used to them, and then you get used to spending so much money, you understand. And then thirdly, it's so nice and advisable to start saving at the beginning of the year in January. But if you didn't save in January, it's still not too late. Please, guys, start saving. It is so important to save. Okay. Now, let's get to the topic of today, which is the saving tips that I want to share with you guys. I've got a couple of them that I want to share with you. It might not be everything, but if I think of something else along the way, then I will do share. Either I will leave that in the comments or whenever, the first tip that I want to talk about is that you must have a goal that you're saving for. Like, for instance, if let's say you're saying you want to buy a bed or you want to buy a couch, have that goal down. And what you need to do your research and check how much will that bed be. Let's say, for instance, your bed will be 5,000 rand, or let's say 10,000 rand. And then it's January, let's say. I know it's July, but let's make an example. And then in January, you know that to get the 10,000 rands, you need, let's say, you can save out of your budget, you can save 1,000 rands. And then once you save your 1,000 rands, that means you can be able to buy the bed in November. So what you do, you write your goal down, and you can even add just the 10% in case the price change from the time that you are saving to the time that you will get this thing. So you write it down and then you break it down. Okay, I want to get this bed in December or in November. So what do I need to do? I can afford 1,000 rand a month. So I will save 10,000 rand for 10 months to get to that 10,000 rand, and then I will get the bed that I want, or the couch that I want, whatever that you want. You must have a goal. You must have something that you want to achieve. And instead of going, guys, and getting debts and getting these things on credit, I can't stress this enough, guys. It's better to wait instead of paying double for something that you could have paid like the normal amount for. It's better to wait or go and do the late buy. That was the first one. You must have a goal that you're saving for. Number 2, you must have a budget. Guys, you must have a budget, because if you don't have a budget, actually budget, it's not really taking away anything from you. What it does, it's just a way of organizing your money. The things that you put in the budget, it's things that you're paying for anyways when you're getting paid. So you having a budget, it helps you to know, out of the 20,000 rand or 10,000 rand that I'm earning, I'm paying the rent of this much, or I'm paying a house for 2,000 rent, I'm paying petrol for 1,000 rand, I'm paying groceries for 1,000 rand, I'm paying electricity, all those things that you are paying, I'm paying the insurance, I'm paying this, I'm paying that. That gives you an idea at the end of how much are your expenses. And if they are more than your salary, because they shouldn't be more than your income, if they are more than that, then you need to make changes where you can, otherwise you will be in debt. You need to make changes and see where you can reduce what is a want, what is a need, so that you can still be within your income. So number one, I said you must have a goal that you're saving for. Number two, you must have a budget. Number three, you must make savings part of your budget. Guys, if anyone can see my budget, where I put my monthly expenses, all the things that I'm paying out of my salary, I even put unforeseen things there. Like, for instance, if my friend, there's a funeral, kokwabo, or whatever, then I put that there, that I contributed so much, so that I know I can account at the end of the month, what did I do with my money? You understand? It helps me so much. It helps you to have control of your money. So it's so important. And then number three, in my budget, like I said, savings, it's number one. It's number one of the list. Because you know what happens? You get to a point whereby people just think you can spend all this money and then only when you have change you have to save. No, it doesn't work like that. It's so difficult to have change with money. It's so easy, guys, to use money. So hence it's so important that you put like saving as part of your budget. So whatever you have left after that, then that can be your pocket money. You can't have all these things and then at the end, boom, you want to save the change. You will never have change, guys. Now I hardly have change because I love clothes, I love nice things, I just love everything. So I have to put those control measures in place in order for me to have control of my money. That was number three. Number four, I suggest that if you don't have that, you must have a savings dedicated bank account for your savings. How can you do that? There are banks like Capitec that I know that you can have one card if you want, but you can still have multiple accounts in that one card, obviously with different account numbers. I think the other banks are doing that as well. Or you can even open another bank that has lower interest rates and all those things so that they don't charge you so much. You can even open another bank and make that bank your savings amount. You must have a dedicated bank account so that you don't keep the money that you're saving in the same card that you're using on a daily basis to swipe petrol, to swipe lunch, to swipe whatever that you're swiping. Because by the end of the month, by the time you keep swiping when you have money in your card. So it's so important that you have a separate account for your savings account. Number four, that's number four. Have a dedicated account for your savings account. Number five, it links to number four. If you can, the banks do offer that. If you can, please have that account be fixed. What does it mean to be fixed? Some banks, I think they even call it 32-day notice. What does it do? It helps you from you. It helps you from yourself. So what it does is you have this 32-day notice account or this fixed account. What it means is that when you go to the bank, when there's that emergency that is not even an emergency, that needs money, that you can jump to, if that money is available at any time, you can quickly jump and say, I'll take this 1,000 rand. This is urgent. Something that is not even urgent. You just see a sale at Ewin's hair or wherever, and then you want to go, you know they've got very beautiful hair, guys. I'm also tempted every time I go to their site, so hence I know that you will see this sale wherever in the mall, and then you're like, I do have savings, I'll replace it. it's hard to replace money that you've taken out of your savings, believe me. So have a fixed account. What it does, it helps you so that when you go to the bank and say, I 1,000 rand out of that, the money that I'm saving monthly, the bank says, okay, but you must serve a notice. If you put a notice today, it will take us 32 days to give you your money. So, or 31 days or 30 days, whichever number of days, guys, but I've had 32 days notice somewhere. I just use the fixed account. So I know some banks, they're using 32-day notice. But what it means is that you won't get your money immediately, which is good. Because perhaps by the time that 32 days come, then you won't need that money because you are going to use it in things that are not even urgent. You understand? Because things that can be urgent, it's death, it's when someone is not well or whatever. Like, there are serious things that really are understandable that you can't postpone. But there are things that you can postpone, like buying this jacket because it's on the sale. That can postpone. Perhaps by the end of the month, the sale might be even 75%, but I'm seeing it today, it's 25%, and I'm like, oh, I want it. No, you must have that. And what it does, the fixed account, what the bank do, some banks, if you want it immediately, or let's say you do a fixed account and say, I'll take this money after 6 months, I'll put 1,000 rand each month. What the bank does, once you go now and say, okay, now it's 2 months down the line and I want 1,000 rand out of that money, they charge you, they penalize you. So it makes you then lose money, ne? Out of that money you were saving. So you have to think twice before you take it. Hence, I highly recommend it because it will help you from yourself. I mean it, guys. Sometimes we do need help from us. It's the reality. So that's one thing that I wanted to say. And then another thing, you must plan your purchases. Like, for instance, for me, I know my weaknesses. If I'm not well emotionally or whatever, or if I'm frustrated with something, I'm stressed or whatever, girl is only helped by, okay, I'm not gonna mention other things, but me going out when I'm very stressed, like highly, like, I don't even know if depressed is the right word, but when I'm not well, if I take a shower, I dress up and I feel beautiful and all that, and I go to the mall or wherever and I shop, I buy clothes, I'm telling you, whatever that was stressing me, whether it is resolved or not, I feel much better after that. It's more like therapy to me. So those things happen. I do acknowledge and I understand very well, But one thing that I know about myself is that I love clothes. So obviously I'm not going to be stressed every month. It's maybe once in a while, So what I do, because I know that I love clothes, I plan my purchases. I don't buy clothes every month. I don't just buy unless maybe there's like a sale that is like I can't afford to miss it, Then I do buy, But I plan. Sorry. Like, for instance, I'll plan, okay, I'm gonna buy clothes for so much on this specific month, and that's exactly what I will do, because at the end I need to treat myself. But I don't just buy just because I see something now and there's money in my account. No, otherwise you will forever keep spending. Clothes, they are something else, guys. They're so beautiful, and every day you see something new. So if you don't control yourself, even groceries, everything, guys, you must make a list and you must plan and know how much you're gonna spend and what you're going to buy, Then by you planning your purchases and you don't just buy, it will help you have control of your money. So yeah, and I think that's the last tip for tonight on how to save. The other thing that I think is so important is that you must pay yourself. Even if you're not having a business, guys, you are working just like me, but out of your salary you must have that money. You must be realistic when you're making your budget. You must have that money that somewhere maybe down the month, my friend will come up, okay, if you don't have it, you don't have it, but just have, even if it's 500 rands, to say that is your pocket money, because at the end of the day you're gonna need it. At work, maybe when we were before COVID, when we were going to work, if maybe your colleagues are saying let's go out for lunch, you can't be like looking like someone who's not working. At least you can have a lunchbox. It's a good thing to do because it's saving you money instead of buying lunch every day. Cooking at your home, or preparing, even if you didn't cook, preparing lunch at your house and having a lunchbox to work, to school, to wherever, it helps you save money. You understand? And it helps you to eat healthy as well, because you can control your food. But when you don't do that, when your colleagues or your friends, they're saying let's go out for lunch, you're gonna take whatever that is in front of you, because you're hungry anyway. You eat a lot of junk food by doing that. So you must pay yourself, so that at least when there are those days, like occasions, then you can be able to treat yourself as well. And we need pocket money, guys, let's be honest. So you must do that as well, so that when you're saving, you must not be punishing yourself at the same time. At least by during the month, you must be able to maintain yourself and be able to go to work and all that. So yeah, I think that's it from me for today. And if you have any saving tips, please, let's talk, engage, let's help each other, guys, out. Money is so important. I know some people are saying money is evil, but girl, money can save you from a lot of things. Money is amazing. It sometimes makes you have control of your life. Not even control of other things, but it makes you be able to have control of your life. So let's keep those saving tips coming. If you have anything that helps you to save, these are purely what helps me, how I do my saving. Because when I started saving, then these are the things that I realized that, okay, somewhere along the line you lose discipline, and then you end up taking from that money. So this is the measure, that you must have a fixed account, so that you don't really get to access that money, and it helps you. And when you save, it helps you to be out of debt, because if you have money that you're saving, when there's really an emergency that really needs money, instead of you going out to borrow money from the bank, making a loan or getting a credit card, you can be able to go to your savings and get money that is not going to have interest, by the way, because when the bank give you their money, they will charge you interest on it. So you saving your money, you can take from your money, borrow from your money, and hopefully you will be disciplined enough and take it back again. And then by that, you have eliminated the risk of you going out and making debts and damaging your credit score and all that. But anyways, I'm glad to be chatting to you guys, and I'm hoping to get some feedback on your comments below. Just engage, tell me what helps you, tell me what else can we do to save this money. Thank you, guys. Till next time. Ciao.